Can you take us through what you remember the process of him picking Denver?
Well, I remember it was his first visit here, and he just wanted to take his time. And Peyton's very thorough. Did a lot of research on all the teams that he was looking at, and he just went back and took his time and thought about it. And I remember getting a phone call from him that day when he decided to announce it right before Chris Martinson broke the news. Because I told him, I said, listen, I don't want to hear it on the TV, or wherever. I feel like I'm a part of this process a little bit. So give me the scoop before it breaks. And literally like 10 seconds before it broke and my phone started blowing up, he called me and let me know he was coming to Denver. I was shocked. I at the end, I just didn't think he was going to choose Denver. I don't know. I was just surprised, and a lot of emotions went through my head. And lo and behold, I ended up being his teammate that year. The last thing that I expected, but I was fired up for my son to be able to, in his hometown, just grow up and watch Peyton Manning for however many years he was going to be here. And I knew that it would be special, and he delivered.
It was awesome. I mean, it was a thrill for me in my job to be around Peyton Manning for 4 years. I wish there was a fifth. You never know. And I'll never forget it. It was one of the best experiences of my life.
Peyton Manning, for me, can go down as the greatest free agent signing of all time. Some say Reggie White. I'm fine with that. Statistically, it's Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning walked into the doors of Dove Valley, and instantly the culture changed. He's remarkable. The accountability, the culture, what he represented, it changed the organization. Like from the second he walked in. And obviously he's incredibly talented. He's a taskmaster. He keeps everybody in line and on task, but he just changes the culture. I mean, it's either produce or get out of the way, because Peyton Manning is the guy.
When I think about the Broncos and I pull the scope back, I think about this incredibly successful franchise. But there were some really rough years and lots of non-playoff years before Peyton Manning showed up. And he brought the Broncos back to that. For the entire NFL and all the football fans across America, and probably across the world, to think about the Broncos as one of those elite organizations. He brought all that back.
People are idiots if they don't think Peyton Manning was a huge reason why the Broncos won Super Bowl 50. He doesn't get enough credit for the win in Super Bowl 50 because of his mind.
No doubt about it. I mean, the guy was a great addition to this Denver Bronco family, and I'm glad that he chose to stick around here in the Denver community, because he has meant so much to so many people around here, and he was able to not only play, but he was also able to help this team get an identity about what professional football is supposed to look like. He absolutely whipped that offense into the kind of shape that he thought they needed to be in, and because of it, he ruffled some feathers, and there were some guys that we didn't know could play, ended up playing, and then he made the guys that were average players before become superstars. So yes, I think Peyton Manning certainly, without a doubt, all hail Peyton Manning, #1 free agent for the Denver Broncos of all time.
When the Broncos started slowly in 2012 and their season was about to go down the drain in San Diego when they trailed at halftime on a Monday night 24-0, he started them on that 11-game winning streak, and he never took his foot off the pedal.
When you have something, sometimes you just don't know how great you have it. And I knew it was a special time in Indy, but then to go through what I went through and to think my career was going to be over, and then all of a sudden one more year with Peyton Manning, it was special. And it was a special group of guys, but he was the glue of that football team in 2012, and kind of springed, kind of catapulted this franchise to greatness.
He put together 3 of the greatest seasons in the history of the NFL, and the greatest passing season in the NFL. He took a team that was trying to figure out who they were, and he became the identity. You're on national TV. You became literally America's team overnight with Peyton Manning. He transcends sports.
The best quarterback ever at the line of scrimmage. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I've had defensive coordinators who would try to outsmart Peyton Manning, and you can't help as a young player to buy into that. This is going to be great. We're going to confuse this guy. And then next thing you know, you got your own defense confused. Guys are in the wrong spots. We're going to show cover 3 and really going to roll into cover 2 and somebody screws it up. Now Peyton's got you right where he wants you. You're trying to outsmart chess master. He is the chess master. You're not gonna do that to him. You're not gonna trick him. You're not gonna fool him. So after a while, we would usually come to the sideline and say, "Hey, coach, all this trying to fool him is screwing us up. How about we just show him what we're in and do our best to defend wherever he brings?" And that was usually a better philosophy.
You know, remember 4 years ago, we saw this against this team and we had this called. What if we hit him with this? Like, it's uncanny the way he can recall and the way he can set that up. So I just think he elevated this franchise. He picked this whole franchise up and took it to the next level. So it's easy to see why he'd be rated number 1.
There was something special about Peyton Manning being Peyton Manning. And so many players have told me just that I believe it.
The only other player I saw held in such reverence in sports that I had covered was Cal Ripken Jr. Like, he's just different. And he walks in and you're just like young guys would literally be, that's Peyton Manning.
People think of Peyton Manning as a Bronco more so than a Colt. I think when you think about Peyton Manning and his 4 years in Denver, it's unmatched, really.
You look at his run here, it's been historic. 4 years, AFC West champion every single year, 2 Super Bowls, and to finish that run off with a Super Bowl championship, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that was an unbelievable 4 years, and to be able to watch that and be able to be a little small part of that was special.
You think the Broncos can ever make a free agent signing as impactful as Peyton Manning?
No. If you were thinking about Kirk Cousins.
I thought I should have been bumped up inside the top 10 because I thought I helped deliver that guy to Broncos country, but I guess everybody on this station just overlooked that fact when they were doing their voting.
There's another free agent quarterback, comes in and wins 4 straight AFC West championships, takes the Broncos to the Super Bowl twice and wins one of them, they'll be just as loved as Peyton Manning. But good luck.